What's up guys, welcome back. This is I think this is the first time I've sat down in front of a camera for the new year. So what's up everyone, happy New Year's. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I don't always make videos like this. I kind of do this like once every year, not to brag and boast about how much I made, because I'm not bragging and boasting about this. People absolutely shit on me and their kids. I'm just putting this out there to kind of answer the questions like, you work a lot, how much do you make? Keep in mind, this is not how much I make. This is all the shoes I've sold, how much profit I've made off of those shoes I've sold. So not my entire income, just in case the IRS is watching. I love you guys, by the way. Love you guys. You guys are doing great work out there. Hopefully this video can kind of help you gauge how much maybe you can make reselling if you're around my size. In no way is this video meant to brag and boast, but this is more just to look back on in years prior, you know, to kind of look back on it and be like, wow, you know, man, we were at this position in this certain amount of time, and now we're in this position in this certain amount of time. So yeah, it's cool to look back. That's pretty much what YouTube is, honestly, just like video log of your life. So it's cool to look back on these kind of things. 2022, man, what a crazy year. I'm not gonna get too much into it because I want to kind of make a separate video apart from this one, just kind of talking about the year, things that we've learned, things we've not learned, and things I want to accomplish this year, because I like putting it out there into the world, the internet, for people to see. So yeah, without further ado, also like, comment, subscribe if you want to do that. Sure, maybe follow my Instagram there. And there too, you guys can check out both of them if you want, you know, no one's I'm not, it's just if you want, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Let's dive in, shall we? All right, we are in the spreadsheet now. As you guys can see, it is 2022 sales. I always get comments on what my spreadsheet looks like. This is it. Feel free to copy and paste it. It is not complicated whatsoever. Honestly, there should be things that are here that are not, like the shipping category. I did not add that here. So the sold price is already the price I sold it for minus the shipping. So yeah, this is it. You guys can see in January wasn't too crazy. We only bought, what is that, 72 pairs. I think that was the lowest out of all 2022. And I'm a little disappointed in myself for doing that, because I could have ended the year a lot better. I started off not so hot and I finished really strong. I wish I would have just stuck it all the way through. I would have had a lot better of a year. But I believe for like the first 3 months, they were not too hot. Yeah, you guys can kind of see, look through here. We had a few good ones here, you know. These Jordan 4 Travis Scotts, bought them for $340, sold them for $448. You guys can also see some of the losses I take. Like, not everything is straight profit. I take some losses sometimes. Like here, Dunk High Kentucky's, bought those for $150, which is really high, and sold them for $140, losing 10 bucks. Dunk High Midnight Navies, $58 lost. But yeah, you guys can kind of see what I buy and sell. Unfortunately, you guys are not going to see where I bought it or who I bought it from or who I sold it to, just because I work pretty hard to get the connections I have. If you find them, sure, go for it. But these are connections I've made and customers that I built relations with, and for someone to just take them, like, come on, like that's kind of a messed up. I feel like you kind of have to earn your clients. But yeah, just scrolling through January wasn't crazy whatsoever. You guys can see we didn't even sell that many shoes. Then let's see, stepping into February, you guys can see it was okay, it was all right. Let's see, we still didn't do that crazy in February. We bought like what, maybe like 100, maybe a little less than 100. Not too crazy, but a lot of these were coming from sneaker events. Almost all of February I bought strictly from sneaker events. There might be like a couple in there that aren't from a sneaker event. Yeah, but this is around the time of the year where I realized I should probably stop traveling so much, because I was checking in my expenses and I was spending way too much traveling, having the beloved Sheldon come with me. I was spending upwards of $1,000 each trip. I didn't have the amount of capital I needed to make those trips worth it. Like, I would only be spending $6,000 to $8,000, which is not worth it. Because if I'm spending, say, roughly $10,000, okay, and I make 20% profit off that $1,000, I'm making $2,000. Another $1,000 in expenses, I'm making $1,000. Like, that's not really worth my time. I'd much rather stay local and then make that 20% and not have to pay for traveling and all this kind of stuff. Keep in mind, it was way less than a 20% margin. It was probably closer to 10, maybe even lower, because I was forcing myself to buy things because I spent so much money. So that's how you can see here, like, I was losing bread in some of these shoes. Like these Jordan 6 Maroons, I bought them for $250. Took a $150 loss. You guys can see I had these pretty much all year. Bought these in February, sold them in November. So had those for a minute. You guys can see we bought a fake here. That one hurt. This was probably my most expensive fake this year. $380 fake Space Jams. Bought those as a sneaker event, so there wasn't really anything I could do about that. But you know, luckily I bought a lot less fakes this year than I did last year, which means we're getting better, we're improving as the years go on. So yeah, still nothing too crazy here. You guys can see the shoes I was buying and selling, still pretty slow. And then we're entering March. Was this the month I picked up a bit? Yeah, it was. So I think this was my first month I bought 100 pairs of shoes, was in March. So that was pretty solid. Sales are all over the place. I didn't keep track of sales in March. I think it was in April I started keeping track of each separate month's sales and stuff. So yeah, nothing too crazy in March. It was a pretty okay month in the perspective of like what I do, but $100 pairs a month might be good for you. Where I was at, it was okay. This year was definitely a transition from like, you know what, you guys will see it through. You guys will see it through this, but you guys can kind of see the slow incline of pairs purchased. So it was like January, February, and then each month I kept on improving a bit, which is cool, which is nice. I wish every month was like that, but in reality, it's not always going to be like that. But yeah, March was March, nothing crazy. We come into April. I think April I really started to go, was I? No, whoa, April was bad. April I only bought, yeah, April I bought way less than 100 pairs of shoes. So I don't know what I was doing in April. Maybe it was just a slow month. I wish I could go back to myself in April. Maybe I can go back in one of these videos and check them out and see what I was doing in April that it did not do so well. The only thing I could think of, I was just kind of burnt out. I was tired of selling stuff. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But yeah, that's April. Is May when we started to pick up? Whoa, May was even worse. See, so this is what I mean when I wish I would have went hard all year instead of half of the year. In May, we bought not even 30 pairs of shoes. That is not going to be happening this year. And you guys can see this is blank. I actually have no idea what it did there. I definitely sold those shoes. So now I have to go back into my statements and look for that shoe somehow. These are not lost. Now we're entering June. I think June is when I started to pick it up. Yeah, it was. Okay, so now we can go to our individual months. So this is the one I kept track of, just so you guys can kind of see the months. So in March, we sold roughly 94 pairs of shoes, spent $18,000, and we made $3,629, which was pretty low. It's okay, but it's nothing crazy. Let's see, do I have April in here? April, do I really not have April in here? Okay, whatever. I guess the next one I have is June. So June, after all these months, June was definitely my best month. You guys can see we sold 150 pairs of shoes. That was definitely the most out of the months prior. So this kind of gave me the confidence to end off the year really strong, because I was like, man, if I could do 150, I could do 200, I could do 250, I could do 300. So yeah, this is when it really picked up. I stopped going to events. I started buying really strong locally. I don't think any of these were from events. The whole month of June, I bought, okay, I guess if you count the Rose Bowl as an event, it's kind of a swap meet, but whatever. Oh, I got a few pairs from Kobe's here, but this wasn't even the real Kobe's. I mean, it was Kobe's, but it was the vintage one, so it's not just for shoes. I went with my girl, and I just happened to buy a few pairs of shoes. That's that. But a lot of buying locally, and a big difference from this year to last year. Last year, I was buying a lot of single pairs off of people. Now, it's honestly not really worth my time to buy a single shoe off of one person, drive to them, pick it up, come back home. That's not really worth my time. I much rather buy 3, 4, 5 pairs of shoes from someone, drive a little bit further, but I'm getting more inventory, and that's more money I can make on that. Because if you guys can't see it, but almost every deal here, I bought multiple pairs of shoes from them. So yeah, we spent a total of $31,853 in June, and we made $35,505, and we made $4,862 of profit. And seeing that really motivated me to go hard in July. Let's see. In July, we sold 179. So you guys can kind of see me creeping up to that 200 mark. But again, a lot of buying locally. Any big profits that stick out. You guys can see the minuses too. Like I lost $52 on this one, on these Dunklo Georgetowns, -16, -21. Sometimes you guys have to take losses. It's part of the game. A lot of people are so hard-headed. It's like they have to at least break even or make something out of that shoe, that you'll hold it for so long and you'll end up taking a bigger loss than what you could have if you just sold it earlier. That's happened to me a few times. An example is the Jordan 4 Alma Maniers. I bought those early for 1.1K, and I ended up selling them for $700, losing $400. But if I held on to them for another month after they released to the public, they dropped down to $400. So I could have lost, what is that, $700? So yeah, I still get kind of tight thinking about it, but we could have lost $700 instead of $400. So it is what it is. But yeah, blah, 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 blah. Total for the month, $33,600 bucks. And then we made we sold $38,000 worth of shoes, and we made $5,101 of profit. So that was a very good month. August, my birthday month. I honestly don't remember how hard I went in August. I think I did okay, right? Oh yeah, this was my first, okay. August I went crazy. This was my first ever month hitting 200 pairs sold. I was going crazy in August. You guys can see some of these I didn't buy in August. These are all sold in August. It's kind of separate because sometimes I want to see how much I made off the shoes I sold. So yeah, I kind of keep track of it like that. Yeah, you guys can see we did pretty well in August. Those summer months, shoes start to move a little bit better. January through honestly January through June, the months are kind of slow. People are back to school. There's no big holidays. Maybe Valentine's Day, you'll get a few sales because people want to buy shoes for their significant others. So that's kind of a spike. But yeah, after Christmas, sales start to slow down. So maybe that could have been why the first couple months were so slow on here. But it also was a mixture of me being not lazy, just kind of not motivated in a way. Like I still was doing my thing, just I wasn't doing it as hard as I could have. It's also a mixture of just people not buying shoes as well. But yeah, August we went pretty crazy. You guys can see the profits here. Nothing too crazy, any big losses. We made $145 on this shoe. What was this? Some Jordan 4 Winters. Bought those VNDS, but they were brand new. I sold them as brand new because they passed on StockX, so I'm not mad at that one at all. We made $145 on those. We made $92 on some Human Races. I remember those. $96 on some Travis Lowe's. I just saw another 100 right there. I picked up these off-white blazers at an event. Stupid clean. Ended up selling those to another sneaker page. They're pretty popular. Sunset Sneakers. We made 140 bucks on those. And then we got a minus 50 right here. Yeah, those were tough. This was, I think, around, no, it wasn't easy day. I don't know why I lost so much on those, honestly. Have another $121 profit there. But yeah, August was a crazy month. And $37,500 worth of shoes. We made $45,139. And we made $8,498. So that was my best month by far. Not by far. Yeah, it was by far. And this got me feeling a little different. After this, I kept on doing my thing because I was like, you know what? I can run that back. And I think we did. September is not as crazy as August, I believe, because, well, actually, I don't know, is it? Yeah, we only sold 180 pairs this month, making 5,000. People are going back to school and the little rush is over. So nothing crazy there. Then we hit October. October, we blow past 200 again and we make nearly 7,000. November, Black Friday sales, holidays start to bring in. I believe November was a hot month, yeah. We sold 248 pairs of shoes that month, $42,000 in sales. We made $7,300. Very solid. And then last final month, literally to finish the spreadsheet today. Yeah, we bought a lot of pairs of shoes, or we sold a lot of pairs of shoes in December. We sold, almost hit 300. So starting off the beginning of the year, barely selling like 50 up to selling 284 pairs. Chart exponential. I hit a cap. As you guys can see, my room is only so big, so it kind of hinders me from scaling, but I rented the room next door, so we are now going to be able to hold a lot more shoes. Before I was only able to hold around 200 before it gets insane in here, so now I've pretty much doubled. I could probably hold 400 pairs of shoes, and by the time I'm touching 400 pairs of shoes, I'll be able to rent out a place, not a store, but a place, an office space or something where things will just keep growing. Also, you guys can see here, $49,000 in sales, almost $8,000 in profit. Not too bad, not too bad. And then in total, before I get to my whole spiel, in 2022, we bought 2,047 pairs of shoes. That's a lot more than the year prior. I think I bought almost 1,000. We sold over $358,000 worth of shoes just off the profit alone. We profited off the shoes we sold $54,130, which is a crazy number. I've never hit $50,000 in anything, especially when you check the year prior. We can go back in a 2021 sales. You guys can see we did $240,000 in sales in 2021 and we made $32,000. And in the year prior, we made $18,000. So in 3 years, we went from pretty much nothing to $104,000 in profit over the last 3 years of reselling. Crazy to say that out loud. I haven't really done that calculation until literally just now, but we've come a long way from when the first video I uploaded on this channel, and it's crazy to watch back and kind of see the journey. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff you guys don't see behind the scenes, but I've definitely had my struggles and times where I just didn't want to do it, but at the end of the day, I always try to make it happen, even how I'm feeling. I try to put it aside because I know the goal I'm working for and what I want to achieve. And it's cool to look at these numbers and stuff and look back and see how you did, but job's not done. Job's not done. I don't know who said that. I think it was some basketball player, but job's not done. There's a lot more I want to achieve, and I don't want to get stuck thinking about how much I made this year, how much I made the years prior. It's cool to make these little small videos, but right after this, it's back to work and trying to shit on last year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. In no way, I gotta reiterate this, in no way am I trying to shit on you guys, showing you guys how much I make. This honestly isn't even how much I make. After expenses and other stuff, I make pretty much nothing. For the high-rise. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of these sit down videos this year, so hopefully you guys like them. If you don't, that's tough. But if you did, I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the channel. And if you want, you guys can go shoot me a little follow on my sneaker page there, only if you want to. Maybe leave a like on the video. Maybe run the video back so it'll get boosted up into the YouTube algorithm and we can grow the channel. But yeah, keep an eye out for another video, kind of just reflecting back on the year and what I want to accomplish this year. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next one. Till next time, guys, peace.
Gangin', slangin', lookin' nigga really getting checks now, niggas, hating, no they can't say to get a buzz down, patience, waiting, never too early trying to flex now, diamonds, swinging, knowing that it's coming, never back out, AP, rolling out.